Now this project is something that I've been working on for some time, but I must also let you know that I have a person who helps me, Sam Holcomb. Sam is my better half, and so we're going to present together. Come forward, Sam. Okay. I came in 71, and this was our SVP sign. Sam, how about you?
I was here in 74, and we were the kids.
And he was a kid. And, you know, Sam, he typically, would, every few years would share the signs of the different SVP classes. And we still have SVP signs, but it seems like times have changed. So once our presentation is done, there's a booth outside the table that will share the different SVP signs from years past. So please stop in. Also, if you go on the NTID website, there's a link there, alumni link, and there you'll also find some SVP signs. And you'll be able to peruse the different signs there. So please feel free to do that. So let me begin my presentation.
One other thing. 2013, their group SVP sign is this,
Yep.
kind of like a dog's tongue sticking out of its mouth.
That is correct. Okay.
NTID is how old, did we agree? 45 years. Barbara Ray worked here 39 years, and I've worked here for 36 years. When NTID was young, we talk about where's the information? And people would say, we have a lot of information, but we're still a young college. As years went by, that was still the attitude. Until, who was the president? Current president, Jerry Buckley. And the reason why we're happy about Jerry Buckley being our institute's president is because he is an alum and he understands the importance of our institute's history. So we asked about the different pieces of information that we would like to select, and Jerry gave us the green light to go ahead. Let me ask you some questions. What were the original color of the seats in the theater?
Green indeed, yep. Recall.
So it may seem like tidbits to many people, but these tidbits of information hold rich memories for all of the alums.
So true. So the picture you just saw, that was a picture of the library where our NTID students have taken some time to go through boxes of items, many NSC items, the NTID Student Congress, some of their items that they left over from years. And so they've been trying to look at matching the items with certain years, and it's presented quite a challenge. So as a result of that, we're starting to look more into trying to capture that information, that history.
And when you think about items, think about the first video phone. The first video phone was here. It was a Vista phone. Do you remember that? It was years ago, decades ago, and it was the original first video phone.
These are the people that are involved with this project. Joan Naturel, she is our deaf librarian who works over at RIT, and so she's responsible for the deaf studies portion of collecting that information. And so we have started that project, and it has expanded, and so we'll be talking more about what we've been able to accomplish to date. First is we have worked closely with the RIT Archives area. They've been in existence for some time, and we've given some of our items, but now we feel like we need to have our very own collection with the NTID history. And so working with Becky Simmons, very sweet person, is helping us, giving us some support. If you ever have any time, please feel free to walk over there and see what items we have. If you can help clarify some of the years and dates, that would be so, so helpful. The committee has done some work in visiting different schools of deaf or different community centers and other areas to see how archives are featured in different areas. And so we're trying to model our own setup, our own arrangement, copying those examples. And so we're still working on what we think it's going to look like down the road, but it's so important that we do capture this history and we start archiving it. Last fall at Homecoming, we started with the theater department. And we have so many photographs that have captured different plays over the years, slides, but it's not well organized. They have made attempts, but it's now time to really organize it and make sure that we have an exhibit that we can all be so proud of, showing the accomplishments of NTID. And so we have a second group who's working on that. And again, I hope that you can take some time and help us as well. They're located on the second floor. We're setting up pictures as a display, different sports items, some of the clubs. We just have some photographs that we are trying to exhibit, but a lot of the information is lost. We don't know what years some of these photographs were taken, and we're looking to make sure that we are able to capture that and archive it. This past spring, we've worked with NSC, the NTID Student Congress, because we know that over the years they've moved to several different locations on campus, and as a result, they've lost some of their items. And I think we need to, start working on trying to organize the items that we have, the photographs, all the different pieces of history that are there. Do you recall the NTID Gallaudet weekend tradition? There was a group that was there saying, oh, we must have first had our NTID Gallaudet weekend back in '85. Well, that was incorrect. It actually commenced in 1972, and we were able to find information documenting that. So we have a strong desire and need to make sure that we capture our history, that we save it for future generations. And this is some of our current goals that the committee has come up with. The first one is that we collect newspaper items, clippings, photographs, and different articles. The RIT library is starting to develop that database. We're also looking at capturing names and years of different events. And we want to continue working on the exhibit. There has been some thought, about where is going to be this location for the exhibit. Is there going to be a central location? We haven't decided yet, so we need to make a decision about where it's going to be located soon. As well, we have to prepare for the 50th reunion that's coming up. We want to make sure that we have the items set up then so that we can all take a moment and be proud of our history. We are also working on setting up an alumni account for the NTID history preservation. Now if you happen to have some items that you put aside in your basement, attic, that are part of the history, part of the story, feel free to share it with us. We're willing to keep it here, or you can even allow us some time to scan it, to capture it, and then you can keep it. So we're looking for those items. You can contact Joan Naturel. She actually has a table out on the first floor. So if you have any questions for her or items that you want to share, please let her know, because we want to be well prepared for the 50th anniversary. Looking to make sure we have our story to tell and preserve the history of NTID.